Hello and welcome to the School Home Connection. I'm Nathan, and today we're going to be talking about a topic that has been missing from schools for far too long: financial education. The importance of financial education is critically undervalued. Finances are one of the three big limiters of how we can live our physical life. The other two big limiters being our physical health and our mental health. And just being in that company should stress how important finances really are. Finances decide where we can live, what we can eat, what we do, and more. So it's important to educate your child about finances. That way, they can live a life with as few limitations as possible. Today, I'm going to give you some topics that will be appropriate for different ages, and some ways that you can have those conversations with your child. But I want to stress that these are not one-off conversations, but ongoing conversations that you and your child should be having fairly often. Ages 3 to 5. At this age, children are just beginning to understand the world that's around them. This is a time to discuss foundational topics about finances with your child. Things like the concept of money. What is money and what do we use money for? When shopping with your child, discuss with them about how we trade our money for goods and services. This is also a great time to start talking about coins and bills. A fun way to do this is to have some play money and pretend to shop with your child. Discuss the money as they're paying for items. That ball will be $5, sir or ma'am, and then help them to pay out that $5. Also at this age, you should talk about the idea of needs versus wants. That way, when they come up to you at the store with something for you to buy, you can ask them and talk with them about, is this a need or is this a want? Ages 6 to 9. At this age, your child should have a basic understanding of what money is. So now you can talk with them about how do we earn money? Well, as adults, we earn money by working a job, but children can't work regular jobs, and for good reason. But that doesn't mean that they can't earn money by taking on some responsibility around the household. I'm talking about chores. I would highly encourage you to have a chores list that your child can do each week to earn some money. It doesn't have to be much. Even $5 a week is plenty at this age. With the money your child will be making, it's important to talk about saving money. Discuss with your child why we save money. In case of emergencies, maybe something comes up that we really want to do, or it's for bigger purchases. Encourage your child to save, but allow them to make mistakes, because mistakes are how we learn. And it's much better for your child to be making a mistake now with $50 than later in life with hundreds or thousands of dollars. Ages 10 to 12. Now that your child understands what money is, what it's for, how we earn, and how we save money, your child can start to understand some bigger concepts like banks. If your child has been saving some money that they've been earning over the past few years, help them set up a savings account. Discuss the relationship between person and bank and how every relationship is a give and take. We give our money to the banks for safekeeping from fires or robbers or other things, and the bank takes some of our money and uses it to make more money. At this age, it would also be great to start talking with your child about businesses and entrepreneurs. Discuss with your child what a business is, how we as individuals interact with businesses, and how it takes entrepreneurs to start businesses. Then encourage your child to be an entrepreneur themselves. Have them think of small business ideas that they could do. Things like yard work for people, walking other people's dogs, or some other idea that your child finds interesting. Ages 13 to 15. At this age, your child is getting ready to, if not already having, a regular job. So discuss the idea of taxes with your child. Again, another give and take relationship. We give our money to the government, and the government provides things like schools, maintains roads, and more. This is also a good time to start talking with your child about the idea of budgeting. And a great way to do that is by sharing the household budget with your child. Discuss with them how much money goes towards needs, how much goes towards wants, and how much goes towards savings. Finally, I would also encourage you to discuss the idea of debt with your child. Debt can be a very serious thing, one of the big financial limiters on our lives. So discuss with your child about how when we borrow money from banks using loans or credit cards, we have to pay that money back and then an extra amount. Ages 16 to 18. At this age, unless your child has a special circumstance, they should be working a regular job, one where they pay taxes every single year. Because in life, nothing is certain but death and taxes. So ensure that your child understands how to file taxes and how taxes work before they leave your household. This is also a great time to start going in more depth about budgeting. Help your child set up a budget with the money that they're making, because they're about to become independent adults, so they'll need to pay for things like rent, utilities, groceries, and more. Discuss with them how much money goes towards needs, how much towards wants, and how much towards savings. A good rule of thumb is no more than 50% to needs, no more than 30% to wants, and at least 20% to savings. Now, this next point might be a bit controversial, but I would encourage you to have your child open up a credit card in their name. Now, I only encourage this if you're willing to put in the extra work to educate your child in what a credit card is, how credit cards work, how dangerous debt can be, and what interest rates are. And as I mentioned at the top of this video, these are not one-off conversations. These are conversations that you and your child will engage in every single month when that credit card statement comes in. You need to encourage your child to pay off that credit card every single month. That way they can build credit without losing money to interest rates. After this age, your child is an independent adult. Now, that doesn't mean that your job is over. Your child will still look to you for bigger purchases, things like cars or houses, and they'll also want to ask your advice about investing. So continue to talk about finances with your child and encourage them to make financially sound decisions. Now, this video is a bit different than all of my other videos, but I still want to leave you with a goal, and that goal is to be as transparent as appropriate for the age. At younger ages, it might just be as simple as we can afford this or we can't afford this. And afford looks different for different people. For some people, it might literally mean there's no money for it. For other people, it might just mean that it's not a financially sound decision. But as your child gets older, I would encourage you to do as I mentioned in ages 13 to 15, and that's to share the household budget. Just like mental health, finances has been a taboo topic for far too long. And just like mental health, nothing will change unless we openly talk about it. So when I mention sharing the household budget, I mean it, every last bit. Now, if you're worried about your child sharing this information with other people, start small to build trust and have conversations with your child about who we share what to. There are steps to take to be transparent with your child without being transparent with everyone that they know. Now, if you find yourself as someone who struggles with finances, or maybe you don't really understand how it all works, that's understandable. As I mentioned, it's been a taboo topic to talk about, and schools aren't teaching you this. Luckily, there are plenty of resources online for you to learn from. So I would encourage you to learn about finances and get your finances in order as you're educating your child about finances. Just on YouTube, there are lots of great financial education channels. In fact, the one that inspired me to make this video is a guy named Caleb Hammer. He talks to people and does deep dives into their finances. He stresses the dangers of bad debt and helps create budgets for those who come on his show. These real-life examples can help others either learn from other people's mistakes, or if they're in the same situation, help them get out of that situation. Educating your child about finances will help set them up for success later in life. You'll be helping them to remove some of those limitations that can weigh our lives down. Thank you for watching this School Home Connection video. If you found this video helpful, it would help me out a lot to leave a like below. Make sure to subscribe so that you can see my new videos that come out every single week. And if you have a question about this video or an idea for a future video, leave it in the comments. I'm going to read and reply to all the comments. I hope you have a great day. Keep learning, keep growing. Bye.